Good morning, YouTube. Look how little these things are. These are the flex plates for Tokyo's Malibu. Remember last time when we started on the Mustang, we didn't finish it because I had to go to work? Well, we're gonna continue that right now. And I'm gonna open this door because it makes the lighting much better. Yay! Ah! So I began to put my wastegate tube on, but I need a marker to mark where it goes because I ain't got no marker. I can't do this without a Sharpie. I'll be right back, I swear. There, my stupid ass got 12 of each. I got ultra fine tip, which I never used before, but I have fine tip as well, which I know works. So I'm gonna try these ones, because it'll make a thinner line, it'll be more accurate. So I'm gonna try those first. I didn't even open the box to see someone thieved one. Oh, those are gonna be money. So I'm cutting on my second piece of pipe here. I notched that one. Surprisingly, that notch went a lot smoother after I knew what to do the second time and used a fresh battery, which helped a lot. The second wastegate is actually gonna be positioned. Oh my lordy. I can't even get where I want it to go. So it's gonna come off this pipe right here. It's actually gonna point down like this in between the rack and this pipe, so it might get a little warm right there. But that's the best position I can think of. Just for show and tell purposes here, I have what ideally would be the perfect spot to put your wastegate. So if you have a bend like this, and all your exhaust gases have to flow like through this 90, the ideal spot to put it would be right here, so your wastegate takes priority over everything, and that would be perfect. So the wastegate actually gets priority of scavenging the exhaust gases, you won't have any boost creep. We can't do that because of where our 90s are put. There isn't really like a feasible spot to put the wastegates there unless I run like a ton of extra piping, and then it becomes a weak point because there's a wastegate hanging off all this thin piping. So the next best thing I could come up with was, this is our straight pipe. We're gonna tee off our straight pipe so we can kind of just get rid of the exhaust gases. We do have two 45mm wastegates. I hope it's enough. So we're gonna give that a shot. And these are our two pipes actually. My bandsaw doesn't really cut very straight, now that I look at it. So this next one's gonna be a fun one. This is the one where we have to put our pipe on here. We actually have to cut this hole out and then Dremel it out to match our pipe. This is going to be, that one's left side, so we'll make this one right. This bottom side's gonna be an asshole to weld. They both kind of land on welds, so I mean, it'll help with the pipes holding together, I guess. I'm gonna cut it too small so I can Dremel it out still. Cutting it definitely too small. You know what, I might be able to get away with a bigger hole saw here. What's the next size? Next size is 44mm, so that's... If I cut it at this angle, it's actually much easier hole sawing this with the hole saw tool thing than it is Schedule 40 piping. I definitely came in at a weird angle on this one, and I got really close to messing up this whole pipe. So this is probably going to be done by hand, and I got to remember that I can't go all the way to the line because the line is actually the outside of our piece here, and we want a little bit of stuff to weld to. And of course, stupid me, I forgot my safety glasses at the other garage, so I'm going to use this helmet instead. And I'm probably going to use some welding gloves. So we're just using a dick pencil with a carbide bit in the end, and that's what we're gonna use to Dremel stuff. Oh, it's doing the thing. Unless that plug-in doesn't work. So here's egg hole number one. Our pipe fits over there pretty good. It's a little bit of, there it goes. You can see that's pretty damn good. We'll do the same thing for the other one, and then we'll get these tacked on. I don't want to weld them yet because I don't have my second argon bottle filled, which is my back purging bottle, and I want to back purge those because they're going to see a little bit of weight and heat, so it'd be nice to get like full penetration inside and out on it, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, both of our pieces are tack welded on. This one's here, that one's over there. I'm gonna tack weld our little flanges on. That way we can bolt these on, and then once it's like this, we can put it up in the car and see how our gates fit. I'm basically the best at like skipping over all the important parts on how to do things. Pretty much. Gonna weld where the camera can't see, so everyone knows that I pee. So when I ordered piping, I actually ordered it off the outlet flange size. It was just 1.75 across there. I didn't realize that our inlet flanges are roughly like 2 inches, so there's a little bit of a gap here I have to fill. I can almost get away with welding it on the inside, but I'll probably just fill this gap. But you want this in your wastegate because it allows you to use like 175 or 150. Like there's a big lip on this ring for fabricating. So you can use like schedule piping, you can use mild steel schedule piping, you can use thin stuff like this, and it'll all kind of get in there and you can just like kind of fill the gap. But they did leave like the style of gap where you can still weld to it because you just bridge the gap this way. So I'm gonna put this on the car now, bolt up the wastegates, and we'll see what it looks like after that. There's no firings in them, so they're just a little bit loose down here right now. But one's gonna sit right there, the other one's gonna sit down there. Unfortunately, we can't showcase them. That's just my situation on trying to compact everything in here. But that one might have to be put up a little bit. The ground clearance is a little bit questionable on that one. And then the other one is fine over there. Look at this. Paul filled our second argon bottle. Prick. We use that for back purging. We're gonna pull the hot side off. I'm gonna cut one of the flanges down a little bit, and then we're gonna weld them up because we can back purge it now and then get it all back on there again so we can take it off again probably another time. So I took this much out of this one. That was the one that was sitting a little bit too low. We got our flange back. It's at a little bit more of an angle, so I'm gonna tack weld this on. I'm gonna put it back on the car, see where it sits now, and then we'll be able to completely weld it up. Ooh. Like that's pretty good flow if you ask me. Like if you ask me, that's like pretty good flow. We got a welter up now. We've actually got to hook up our second bottle here, and this is actually gonna put argon on the back side of the weld. So when you're welding from the top side, you can actually get contaminants from the back side of the weld, which will cause it not to get like full penetration on the back side, especially with stainless. So what you do is you put argon on the back side, it shields the back side, and then you can penetrate all the way through to the other side. You don't have to use 2 bottles. You can actually use like a dual regulator. I just choose to use 2 bottles because getting a big bottle back and forth from the place is really difficult for me. So good welding's all in the prep time. This is gonna take a little bit of time to set up, to get the tin foil everywhere, to close it all off, and then back purge it. So we'll start when I start welding. So it's all plugged up like a $5 whore at a gangbang. And we're gonna just open this up. Let some argon start flowing through it. Well, that's that. They're both welded on. I think I might make a brace eventually from like here to here, just to like make sure that doesn't snap off, because there's going to be some weight on that from this hanging and some heat. That's the other one. It is a little tricky to get inside here, but it's nice to practice something different sometimes. Here was a little bit tricky too, because the material is a little bit thin, so you have to be careful not to blow through it. Same thing on this side. Actually, I had one issue where I had this door open and this door open at the same time, and then I was welding and all of a sudden it would just like, the tungsten would go black and it would get all contaminated and shit, and I was like, what's going on here? And then I realized that the breeze coming through that door going through this door was actually blowing away all my argon and like screwing it all up, so I had to close that big door again. Oh, what are you coming to give me?
A pumpkin.
You made a pumpkin?
And also a mystery and then a heart.
It's a mystery heart pumpkin? You're moving my camera?
Uh-huh.
You're my director now?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But, I have to be on my tippy toes.
You want me to lower it for you?
Uh-huh.
Or you
Do stuff.
just do stuff?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you want me to do a little dance? Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight.
Hello, future. Cut it.
Okay, go back outside with Kyle. You're supposed to record him.
I'm filming.
You're sideways. You gotta turn it this way.
What way?
There you go. You're still a little sideways. You're still a little filmer guy, I guess. I'll call you Little Tokyo. Flip it up.
Is it actually positive?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you see that?
No, that was cool.
So welding's like super easy when you're comfortable and you can reach it super easy. Hope you enjoyed that last little bit with my helper. We have both wastegates back on and they have their dump tubes. So this one's just a short little dump tube just to get it down low enough. And that one's a short little dump tube just to get that one down low enough. I can't final bolt that up because I need to pull the wastegates off again. Nick did some really torture testing with the wastegates and nothing failed. But we found like one fatigue point was with the lube on the O-rings. So it didn't fail or anything. It was torture tested up and beyond what you would actually use it for. But we found some fatigue like in the lube where like prolonged periods of time, it may cause an issue. So we actually switched up the lube. So all the wastegates that were sent out were gonna get sent this new lube, and then all the new wastegates are gonna have this lube anyways. So I have a tube of it. It's just at Paul's house. So I gotta put those on the O-rings before I can finally bolt these all up.
So Kyle's cutting up the old dump pipe that originally he built, because before everything was in, there was a lot of space for open dumps, but now it's got a recirc.
So we're just gonna recirculate it because it's probably easier than building full dumps trying to work around everything. It's gonna be easier just to jam them back into downpipes. And then make it even more sleeper. Because when it's in boost, it's not gonna get any louder.
Also,
I'm not mad about it.
so
I might cut a little bit more out of this one so we can move the flex
section
even further this way. And then we got more room to get a pie cut on this side. We still have to wait for the exhaust to cool down so we can like take it off. I'm gonna cut another section of this.
I didn't really drive far, but
I know, but it's still hot.
it got up to 10.
This battery is... Oh, yeah. Look at them teeth.
I was about to ask if that was a hole saw for metal, because
It's bimetal. The teeth are forked already. Look at that.
so it started to rain, or drizzle, so Kyle wanted to abort doing the downpipes.
Yeah, we're gonna do the other necessary things to get it to run because we can technically drive it without downpipes.
Dump pipes.
Yes.
It's got downpipes. So now Kyle's doing intake air temp. He's already run the required vac lines for the Holley 3-bar map sensor off this sick vacuum block. So fuel regulator's got it. 3-bar map up on the firewall.
This is our sloppy bung that we made. So basically what we did was we just hole sawed a piece of flat aluminum, welded it to here, drilled a hole in it, now we're gonna tap it. That's for our intake air temp sensor. So it is a bit sloppy the way we did that, but you win some, you lose some.
Lubricate your tap.
Because aluminum likes to be a real dick.
Real dickweed. Just take it off the dipstick on my car.
What?
I watched a guy lubing stuff with the dipstick in his vehicle.
Yeah, Fong, wasn't it? O-rings?
Yeah, it was. Good goddamn Fong. I really enjoyed that episode, learning about them mixing nitro meth to get
I didn't
their...
watch the whole thing yet.
Oh, I won't ruin it for you, Kyle.
So we were like getting ready to go, and then the throttle pedal broke. Because it's like this little tiny spot weld, it looks like.
Kyle's gonna zap it back together. Better than new. Hashtag Kyle's Customs. Hashtag Drywall Destroyer.
Friggin'. give her a decent wiener, and hey, let's see if we can weld this.
So the intake air temp is tapped now. The steam port from the heads is tapped back into the top of the coolant. And other than the gas pedal, the car's ready to drive.
Yeah, let's see if it starts, I guess. It probably runs a lot better if we don't have a vacuum. Idling where it's supposed to idle now. So I'm not the best at tuning, but we got like a really conservative timing map here, so we're gonna go see if we can run through some gears, I think. We had our two map sensor wires actually backwards, so we had orange to B and orange to C here, so we're just gonna switch them around, see if that fixes our problem.
Because the map wasn't going outside of...
It was just at a steady voltage, so as we were trying to go through the map, it was only going across one line, and then it was trying to add like 50% every time you would like add a bunch more air, so it did work though.
Shout out to
Performance World for
giving free shipping over $1 value, and then instead of paying shipping, Kyle bought fitting tools.
Yeah. So it was free shipping above $250. My cart was at $230 plus $30 shipping, so I bought $20 things. Gives me free shipping. Kind of worked out in the end. We have to get a vacuum cap.
And what did we find out about our vac source?
It was actually a vacuum source, so good thing we're retarded. Ignition on. We're gonna change our sensor map. Okay, flick the ignition. Map sensor's already different. It's already at 97 kPa instead of 77 down here, which is where it's supposed to be, and now it should fire up and run beautifully. We also didn't figure out the throttle issue thing. It already sounds a lot. When you're not sure if it's gonna kill you or not. Still says 0 boost.
It's throwing fuel behind me though.
Yep. So we broke this thing again, which means I'm gonna have to pull on it to get us home. This is annoying. Might as well make some use out of it. We just did your first burnout.
The cap just got filled with smoke from not tires.
We hit boost, bro! Pelagic, I gotta drive. Or wait, yeah, that's when you lose just your legs, right? I gotta drive with hand controls now.
But he's literally just pulling on the throttle pedal. First?
Sure.
Fuel table just learning away.
There's no timing in it either. Like the max is 10 degrees at like fucking 20. Not too happy. It's had 2 frays in it already and it's just not riding smooth. So we'll see if this helps.
A rattle reducer. Are you trying to come in this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hoping. Oh yeah. This is as good as it's gonna get for now. We have to order another cable, I think, just to make it work.
I'll reach out to the low car maybe and see if I can just buy
Well, it should just be a generic one. Even like a fucking brake line cable on a bicycle is probably the same size.
I got zip ties if you wanna.
Zip tie it down. I'm gonna zip tie to this fuel rail for now. You got another one?
Yep, right here. So the issue is the throttle wasn't returning to 0.
It's still a bit tight.
That's fine.
I don't think it's hanging. It was a hell of a day. We did get boost for the first time in that. However, it was with like me using hand controls. Tokyo's probably gonna take it now. I'm gonna go stuff tacos with my cocksucker and then go gaming with Virginia on Twitch. So if you guys don't follow her, do it. You can probably see her boobies. Just letting you know.
I love 70s.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Anyways, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace, easy, and good heavy. Oh yeah, get it.